Recording. Just a couple of seconds here. I think we're live.
Hey, well, hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining. First off, if you join us on the live, make sure to say hi below. And for all of you replayers, we really appreciate you. So I have a really special guest here today. I am just so honored to have this gentleman join me on this live. This is Ron Deering. If you don't know who he is, most do. Ron's got an awesome story. He's been through so much. And he is a 25K affiliate with the company we're both in, and he's going to hit that 50K anytime now. And I hope when he does, he says he's going to shave his beard. So we'll see. But I am so honored to have you here, Ron. And if you just like to share your story or whatever you want to share, that would be so wonderful. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Bobbi. And I'm honored and blessed that you have invited me on your on this live with you in front of your audience. For those of you who don't know, Bobbi and I are in the same business, and we actually physically met in October at our convention, which was amazing. So, we had the opportunity to meet so many of the people that we've been working with and we've been seeing, we've been connecting with over the months before the convention. And it was just amazing. You're just such your heart, a servant heart. You're just one of those people that I love seeing your smile. You do so much for so many. So I'm honored. I'm blessed. Thank you so much, Bobbi. Well, my story is one of kind of uniqueness because last year, 2017, in Memorial Day weekend, I was actually back in Vegas at another convention. I was with another company at that point in time, and our youngest son, who's a pilot in the Air Force, is stationed there. So I was visiting him and going to this convention. And for about a couple of weeks before that, I was having some indigestion going on and didn't really think anything of it. Took some Tums every once in a while, and that seemed to help everything perfectly. And even though I am not one that ever really gets indigestion, I just thought, okay, I'm getting old. It's time to, accept that fact. And I got back on that Monday, that Memorial Day weekend Monday, and the following Monday, actually the following Sunday, my wife was at one of our big Costco stores around the corner from us, and I decided to walk down there, and I got about 3/4 of the way down there, and I stopped in an apartment complex parking lot and had to actually lay down on the curb because my indigestion was so bad, and still didn't feel like any kind of real pain in my arms or my neck or my heart or anything like that. Just felt like indigestion, and I kept thinking, I may have an ulcer or something like that going on. I don't know. But that next day on Monday, my wife, thank goodness, said, no, we're going to the hospital. You're going to get checked out. And I went into the hospital. They did an EKG, and they said, oh, yeah, you got something going on here. It doesn't look serious, but you may need a stent. We're going to want to do an angiogram to find out exactly what's going on. So when I came to from the angiogram, I was waking up. My wife was standing there with the cardiologist, and she asked, well, how many stents is he going to need? And he looked at her and very bluntly said, are you kidding? We got to open him up. He's got 3 blocked arteries. So I'm listening to this and thinking, oh, okay, I guess I got to have surgery, So they put me on life support over that evening. That was Monday night because I couldn't get till Tuesday. So Tuesday they cracked my chest open and did open heart surgery. And when I came to from that, and talking to the cardiac surgeon, he said, everything went well. You didn't have 3 blocked arteries, you had 5. And we could only fix 4. But your body will create a new one around that 5th one, and that should, you should be fine with all of that. And so I thought I was perfect. I've got new plumbing, everything's good. I woke up, that was a good thing. And I asked him, well, when can I go home? And he said, this was Wednesday. He said, you can go on Monday, following Monday, if you do everything you're told. Well, being the A-type kind of personality that I am, the instructions were you needed to walk. And Bobbi's kind of chuckling because we get taught by our mentor all the time, follow instructions, right? So I did. I followed instructions, and I really followed instructions. I was up 3 and 4 times a day, walking around the nurses' stations. In fact, they came up with some name for me, and I forget what it was now. It was like super cardiac guy or something. But on Saturday, long before Monday, the cardiac surgeon came in. He said, "I don't know what you've been doing, but we're letting you go home." So 3.5 days after my surgery, I was let home, and I thought everything was perfect. They send you to cardiac physical therapy after that, and 3 months into my cardiac physical therapy, I was having a little bit of indigestion again, which is strange enough. But and at this point, I haven't had a heart attack at all. And so I went into my physical therapy and told them, kind of keep an eye on you. You wear a remote monitor, 3 leads to check your EKG while you're doing your physical therapy and everything. They said everything looked fine. You're perfect. Your blood pressure is perfect. And I got on the treadmill, and about 5 minutes into it, I had so much pain I couldn't hardly move. Sat down for 15 minutes, felt better, and thought, okay, well, because I'm a veteran, I would have had to drive, I thought, 45 minutes to get to the Veterans Hospital and so forth, even though we have a local office. But I decided to go to the local office and just see if they could do anything. And they did a full workup there, which I didn't know they could. And the doctor came in and she looked at me and said, "Do you have anybody you can call?" And I don't know. Yeah, of course. Why? You're having a heart attack. We've called 911 and the ambulance is on its way. So they drove literally around. They wouldn't even turn the lights on or the siren for me. I mean, they drove around the corner. And it turned out that 2 of the arteries that they bypassed, the bypass grafts failed. And I had a mild heart attack, didn't do any damage to my heart or anything, but they had to put 4 stents in. And that was September of last year. That first year after you go through something like that is critical in making sure that everything heals, getting your medication right. I'm not on a lot, thank God, of medication, but I'm on 3 medications, and one of them, excuse me, regulates my heart, which makes you tired all the time. One of them makes your joints hurt, deteriorates your muscle, and keeps you alive, mind you. But they do all these things. So when I was introduced to this business in May, the second week of May, I didn't do a whole lot. I knew I wanted to do the business. I saw the business. I saw what I call the 5 pillars of the business, that the 5 stars that make it what it is. And I'll tell you about those here in just a second. But I was still getting all my medication intact and making sure everything was good. I got my product at the end of May, and I was amazed. This little bottle here has certainly changed my life. Subsequent to that, my wife had rotator cuff surgery on her left shoulder. 2 years before, she'd had it on her right shoulder and was every 6 hours pain narcotics. This time on her left shoulder, not one pain pill, totally CBD oil. And on the incisions themselves where they went in and did the surgery, we put our relief cream on there. She had no pain. It was amazing. For me, my cholesterol was at 160, which is not bad. My total cholesterol, so they wanted it under 200, and I was way under 200. But they said my bad cholesterol, my LDL, they call it, was at 100. And because I had stents and everything, they wanted to keep my platelets flowing and all these other little things. And so they wanted me down to around 75. And so they, told me about Mediterranean diets and this and that and exercise and everything. And as a person who almost always follows instructions, I kind of maybe followed. No, I didn't follow instructions. And I had to have my bacon, and I did all these things. But at my 3-month checkup, just not too many months ago, I went in, and the cardiologist walked in and called my name, Mr. Rondier, I came in. And literally, Bobby, he was skipping down the hallway to the examination room, asking me if I'd seen my blood work. And I said, no, I hadn't seen it. As veterans, we have a site called My Healthy Vet. And every time we give blood or do anything, we can go there and look at all the results. And I'd just given the blood about a day and a half ago, so I didn't see it. My bad cholesterol They wanted it at 75. It's at 63. They were blown away. He said, I have never seen this before. My overall cholesterol was at 100, 100 points under what the norm is. And he said, I don't know what you're doing. You must be really on your diet, you're dead on, and I didn't tell him about the CBD oil at the time. And I tried to get away with saying, oh, I think I've lost a little weight. And he looked at his chart and said, no, you actually put on a pound. But so the reality is that the only thing I've changed is that little bottle, miracle in a bottle, and of CBD oil, and it's made an amazing, huge difference. I have people now that look at me and say, "What? You've had open heart surgery, a quadruple bypass, a heart attack, and stents, and all of this in just a year and a half ago? Well, actually just a year ago for the heart attack and all." So it's working. Why did I get involved with the business? Oh, so the first month of June, here I am in June. Now I'm stoked. Now I'm passionate. Now I have a vision. Now I want to get this out. I want to get in front of as many people as I can. I went from 0 to kind of like 19 days or so. I went through 2 ranks, 5K and 10K affiliates. We had a 10K affiliate break. Carlos Martinez, some of you saw the interview with Bobbi she did with Carlos. Carlos made 10K in 17 days. He beat me by 2 days. We had 2 other 5Ks break on the team. I closed the month out at over 24,000 that month, almost made 25K affiliate. I've gone on, our team has grown. Last month we had 3 more rank advancements on our team. And I'm in my 3rd month now at 25K affiliate, heading towards 50K affiliate. I say that because it's not the norm. Most people take a reasonable amount of time to build up their business and get going while they're making money and while they're learning and while they're getting their rank advancements and so forth. But the reality is that when I saw this, I saw a business, I saw a company, I saw an opportunity that gave me something that I'd never seen before. And the first thing was that a corporate leadership that was amazing. Josh and Jen are just phenomenal. Here are 2 people that are millionaires in their own right before they started the company, and they understand the field. They understand exactly what it takes and where they want to go with the people in the field, which is they pay back 85% of every dollar to the field, which is unheard of. So the second thing I saw was the compensation plan. I've been in and out of network marketing for 40 plus years. I've never seen a compensation plan like this. People are making money that have never made money before. People are making ranks that have never made ranks before. People are doing things in this business that we've never seen before. The third thing was the product. And what they announced at the convention in October in Las Vegas was phenomenal. They added a couple of products. The number 2 commodity traded in the world, and the number 3, coffee, right? Number 1 is oil, and most of us don't drink oil. So the number 2 commodity is coffee, and the number 3 commodity is what you put in your coffee. So My Daily Choice and HempWorks introduced number 2 and number 3 infused with the hottest trend in health and wealth that we're going to see in our lifetime, CBD oil. And made these things keto and gluten-free and organic and mushrooms. And I mean, the list goes on and on and on how good this stuff is. But the important point is that our founders, our corporate leaders understand what these trends will do. So you add to that a system that virtually almost builds your business online for you automatically, and a field leadership with people like Aaron Parker and Robert Hollis. And you've got a perfect storm. What we are presenting to you today is something that comes along in your lifetime once or twice, maybe if you're lucky. I want you to picture this. I want you to picture you are sitting or standing in the garage with Bill Gates, Paul Allen, and Steve Ballmer. And they're batting around the idea of creating this software called DOS, and naming it Microsoft, and building this company. And you have the opportunity, you're a fly on the wall, or you're maybe one of the people standing in there to get involved with it, knowing what you know now. Well, Bobby is giving you that same opportunity right now. What I believe we have is going to be the biggest shift in health and wealth that we're going to see in our lifetime. You have the opportunity to be in that garage right now. And you don't want to be 6 months from now, a year from now, reaching back out to Bobby and saying, I am so stupid. What was I thinking? I had the opportunity to get in when you presented it to me on December 12th. Was it 12th? Yeah, December 12th, 2018. And I thought I'd take my time and check it out. Got to make sure, this might not be a thing. I'm just here to tell you that, there's over 23,000 articles and research grants and research documents on this product. It's not something that man put together. And I love these things. You see these all the time, Bobby, where somebody said, we've got the best nutritional product that you can get. It's got the SCI, or however you pronounce it, berry, and the gooseberry, and the mama berry, and this mushroom, and all these things, And I go out into the wild. And I've been down to South America in the jungles, and I have never seen that plant where all of those things are on the same plant, right? Never. I've never seen a plant that's got this berry, this mushroom, that berry, all in one thing. I just cut it down. I use that one plant. But what we're telling you and what we have for you and what we're showing you comes from the hemp plant totally. It's all about the hemp plant and the cannabis. And I can go into the endocannabinoid system we have and all of these other things. Just go out and Google the research. I encourage you, go out and Google whatever issue, whatever challenge you're having in your health, and Google it with CBD oil in tow with it and see what comes up. You will be amazed. So what we have is amazing. What it's doing for me and my family and the people on our team and our customers, for Bobby and everybody that I come in contact with now, is reaching out on a daily basis because they read about it, they hear about it. We've been told that ours is the purest. We're the biggest network marketing company that's providing CBD oil. Our CEO is on the board of directors for the U.S. Hemp Roundtable. We're in leagues with Gen Canna, which is one of the biggest cannabis CBD organizations in the world. And in fact, they've made an announcement that they're only going to be working with one network marketing company, and it's us. So we're placed, right time, right place. You couldn't ask for anything better. You're in that garage. And you need to make a choice. And we've got Robert Hollis, an 8-figure earner, one of the top 30 highest paid network marketing earners in the world ever in history, created over 55 millionaires, who's come out of retirement to be a part of this, to build this for him and his wife. And he's going to allow us to give you all of his thousands of dollars of training for free. All you have to do is one thing, just one thing. Ask. You need to comment below and ask Bobby, how do I get the free training? How do I get more information about this? Private message her. Pigeon. It doesn't matter. However you can get a whole email, pigeon, text, snail mail, whatever it may be. You need to talk to this young lady because she's in the garage. She's on her way to fame and fortune because of her heart and how many people she wants to impact. You've got an opportunity to be on that train with her. But you've got to act. You've got to make a decision. You've got to make a decision today to say, yes, I want to jump in that garage. I want to be a part of this. I don't want to get left behind. Bobby, please show me. So I am honored. I am blessed. I can't thank you enough for having me, letting me share my story. It is just such an honor and blessing, Bobby. Thank you so very, very much.
Wow, Ron, that was amazing. That was so good. Thank you. Thank you. It is my honor. Absolutely. You are an incredible human being and you have such a heart in helping people. Ron and I aren't even on the same team. And just like Carlos yesterday, we're not on the same team yet. These people are offering their help and their support and their kindness. And that's what we're all about. It's like this wonderful community. So the product is wonderful and so is the community. And that's really hard to find. So thank you. You've honored me so greatly. You've made my day. Thank you, Ron.
You're very welcome. And just for those of you who are wondering what she was talking about, I made an agreement with my wife
Yeah.
that, and Bobbi and I laugh about this because she did a live not long ago on shaving. And I made an agreement with my wife. Typically, I grow this around Christmas time, and then in January, I cut it off. Well, last Christmas, because of my health, I decided to keep it. And now my team calls me Papa Smurf and Santa Claus. But when I make it to 50K, my beard's coming off. So if you see me in a few weeks and I'm beardless, you can assume I made it to 50K. So.
Woo! You're going to do it. It's going to be soon.
All right, Bobbi, thank you so much. Thank all of you for being here, and God bless. I can't wait to see you all on the next one.
Yes, same here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ron. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.